Okay guys, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna show you, first thing I'm gonna do is show you the before picture. And what I gotta do, I gotta remove this hardware that I had put on there. Now this is great hardware right here for attaching scales. I got all different sizes, okay? But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna remove this, take the leather off, and then I'm gonna show you what I gotta do, okay? Here, I'll just show you. I'm taking the, these are just straight slots on this kind. Right here. I'm just loosening them up. And I'll save these for emergency attachments, you know, if need be. But they serve the purpose. I was dying to, I was in the learning process. And what has to happen is, I'm going to show you that in a second. And I'll stop doing this. I have to drill out the eyelets. Yep, the eyelets that are on there, I got to drill them out and put new eyelets in there. So let me finish this. Okay, all this is, I'm taking them out, and what they are, I'll put these in my separate bag that I keep in my drawer, miscellaneous screws, but it's just a threaded piece of hardware, and it has the screw right there on the back, and the leather just comes right off. Okay, I'm going to take the leather on both sides. I'm going to remove my belt loop and go to work. But see, I'll keep these because they do have a little bit of scratches, because this is not the highest end of hardware, but it does get me out of bind sometimes, you know, until I get the correct stuff. So I'll put these all in my miscellaneous bag and keep the new box with the new stuff separated. That makes sense? Okay, I know this will make people cringe, but what I'm gonna do now is sand this down, the sheath down thinner. Now this sheath won't be able to be reused. Well, it will be able to be reused, but these SE sheaths right here are so widely available. I mean, I can get these on Amazon. In fact, I got an extra one in the drawer right there. So I'm gonna sand this down thinner, and then I'm gonna sand my leather width down too. Okay, that way my new hardware, my eyelets will fit. All right. I forgot to show you a step. You got to take the sheath apart. Look at all the dirt that gets in there and the rust. Yep. So you take the sheet apart, because I have no eyelets. Now I'm going to sand this down on my belt sander to get it thinner. Okay, I stopped for a minute. I got this sanded down really nice and thin. Okay, that's the sheath part. And I wanted to show y'all, I sanded one. See how nice and thin that is? You want to make sure it's consistent. And this is the next one I'm going to do. But you can see the difference in the thickness. And I went to that smaller ounce weight leather. It's just when it gets a smaller ounce, it's just a little bit flimsy to work with. So I'm going to get the other one sanded and we'll continue. Okay, I just sanded this down, both of them. And what I'm doing, before I start, I have it's a hole punch. Okay, I'm old school. It has this little thing right here, but I don't use it. I just put it on the anvil on my vise. But yeah, that just punches the hole for the sheath. Now these, I sanded it so I got some stuff in there, some garbage. I just take my Phillips, and believe me guys, I am a rookie at this. But after a couple of them, I just found, you know, as you go along, you find easier ways to do it. Instead of fighting it, like before I would fight all the debris, which causes the eyelets not to sit in flush. But yeah, I just go through these and get it all nice and clean and flush, where everything will go onto the sheath, hopefully. So that'll be my next step. Okay, now what I'm doing, see, this is that bag I got the other day. I got 100 pieces of eyelets this size, and I got a shorter size, which I'll do on the top holes of the sheath, because that's going to be holding my belt loop. But right now, I'm taking these eyelets, because I cleaned the hole out pretty good, they're going in easy. See, the first couple ones I did, man, I was fighting it. And I was fighting that smaller ounce leather too, but I'll probably get better at it. But this is all I'm doing here, is sticking this end right here, like yay. You want to make sure there's nothing around, like those little pieces right there that gets in the way. Make sure everything's nice and flat. And then this is the front piece. There is a difference. That's what's going to be on the front. That's going to show outside. That's important. See, when I first drilled the eyelets out on that very first sheath, I don't know if y'all remember, I said it was taking forever to get these eyelets out because I didn't realize there was a front and back. Okay, so now I'm going to be inserting this side of the sheath, like yay. Okay. Doesn't that look better already? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this end on next, then the other leather. Instead of wasting the video, it might not fit the first time. I might have to do a little bit more sanding on the leather. And I'll show you what I use on that here in a minute. Okay, guys, you just never know, man. I thought this was gonna be simple. You saw what I had to do, but it was a lot of sanding down that sheath. The SE sheath has a lift on it for the blade, which caused, I can't explain it. Anyway, I got it, okay? There it is with the eyelets. I know I'm going to look into some tools. I'm not going to be doing this much more, so maybe I won't. I know there's a tool maybe for the other side. I'm having to push down the grommet on the back side until I get enough lip to hammer it down. And this is all rough still. I got to finish all of them when I get the right stuff. But I can't see buying any more. I'm only going to do one more or two tan ones and leave it at that. But I got that. I started to put everything back together with these. I thought those worked perfect for the sheath holder, because it's right there in the back. I started to use one of the SE attachments, but those are really, that's good hardware right there to save for emergency. But this is the SE4. It locks in pretty good. I can always adjust that real easy with the heat gun. But yeah, that's pretty good actually. So there we are. I'm done with that. I'm done with leather today. I'm going to clean all this up. And I think today I'll show you, I got very inexpensive basic tools to do what I'm doing. That's what's taking so long. But they work. And I love them. And every once in a while I get some really nice little tools I'll find. This is for the grommets. Okay. Hammer that down. That's the old hammer. And here's the, this was really cool. This was the hole punch for the size grommets. That's all I need for that. But there's got to be some other tool. I'm going to look into it. Now, I will say leather is something else. I remember when Last Chance Knives, he was explaining, you know, you get that smell, which you do. This all smells really leathery right now. It's skin. It's skin. So I'm able to stretch it over. That's what I had to do here. I had to really stretch it over, and my hand is really killing me, especially my thumb now. Of all things, I got the trigger finger, and now my thumb feels like it's jammed. Anyway, the good news, that's it. I just wanted to kind of take y'all along on what I'm doing. It looks better with the eyelets. The eyelets to me, serves two purposes. It looks cool, and they're functional. Okay, so I'm not stuck with just a belt loop. You know what I mean? I can strap this on just like the Kydex sheath underneath it. So that's another one of my sandwiches. Okay, I got to get all this cleaned up. Then I'll show you what I use, because if I showed you what I got going on right here, first of all, I need a vacuum hose. Yep, I need to run a vacuum hose because it's just a pile. There's a pile of leather next to my belt sander. I'm serious. And this whole bench is just a total mess of tools. I can't even show you. I'm so embarrassed. All right, that's it for this one. This close out this video. This is the making of sheath sandwiches. I don't know. It's just the last of those. So I'm pleased with that. Oh, I do have this, but that's another day. It's just a matter of getting a belt loop for it. It's not that bad looking. I am not doing another Essie sheath. Okay, this is that other Essie. I am not doing it. What it was is I got this this lip here. So when I went to change it to the eyelets, it just wasn't stretching over that. And that's thick too. It's really thick, high quality, made USA sheath. I gotta say that. This Essie sheaths are the hardest sheaths I've worked with so far. I've been using budget-friendly knives. I figure that's what I do with this stuff. But I chose one good one. This is a USA made Essie. And yeah, there's a difference in the sheath there, I'll tell you that. All right, guys, sog out.